Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. I've got a viewer writing in. This heading of this email is called lenses. This is Liga. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me just open up. Yeah, that's what we're signed off as too. Good afternoon. I was watching your YouTube channel as I find your videos most relevant and not obsessed with each new tech piece, sensible and tutorial regarding photography. Well, thank you. I'm interested in professional photography, yet to be honest, I am quite far from there. Anyway, I've decided that the Nikon D7200 would be a good camera to start with. Good camera, nice camera, I like that camera. The thing that is absolutely confusing me is lenses. My friend suggested me that I try a 50mm lens as my intention is to shoot and frame people, portraits, and bodies. I was trying to find consistent information with standard lenses, for example, the 17-50, and here I'm not sure how well it might serve me. Will I be able to take cool portraits with blurred backgrounds, and will it work for full body or maybe even occasional landscape snaps? Should I aim for standard, or do I need much more than that? And what else do I need to pay attention to? Many thanks, Liga. Well, your friend's right. I always recommend a 50. A fast 50 is a great one to have. And if you're getting the D7200, I'd recommend two lenses to start, give you a great kit. The 50 f1.8G, or you could even go with the 50 f1.8D if you wanted to save a little money. Or I have the 50 f1.4D, which saves you a little money, gets you into f1.4 for a little bit more separation, a little faster lens, so you can get a little bit more blown out background, a little separation from your subject, and better for low light because it lets in more lens, so it's more light, so it's better for shooting in dimmer situations. I would get one of the 50s, the f1.8 or the f1.4, and I would get the Sigma 17-50 f2.8 OS. Regular viewers of the channel know I love that lens. I've owned it for both Canon and for Nikon. Very, very good lens. Best bang out there for a standard lens for the buck. It's a constant aperture f2.8, so f2.8's fast enough that you can get some separation. Not as great as a prime, but you're going to have that 50 if you buy both of them. If you're only buying one lens, then I would suggest getting the Sigma 17-50 f2.8 OS, simply because it's a zoom. So you can do some landscape work with it, you can do some people work with it, some portraits, and you can also, because it's a zoom, you can frame your subjects differently as far as if you're needing headshots versus whole body shots, and again, landscapes, it goes 17 wide. So an f2.8, I would add a prime later, but it's still fast enough to get some decent separation, especially if you're shooting in the long end and you place your subject so that you're far enough away from first of all, the subject in the background, and then second of all, from you and the subject. If you play with your distances there, you can still get some really nice separation, some blown out background from an f2.8 lens. So yeah, that's what I would do. And later on, if you're wanting to get something in a longer zoom, say you want it for the zoo, or if you're going on trips or things like that, I would either get something like the 70-300 or the 55-300 Nikons. Both good choices, gives you lots of reach. Or an all-around walk-around lens, add it to the studio, add it to your bag, such as an 18-300 or an 18-200. Really decent lenses from Nikon for an all-around lens that goes right from wide to long. Not a lens you're going to want to use for portraits because they're not fast lenses, but they're a great walk-around lens if you're traveling, or if you're on vacation, or if you're at events or going places like the zoo or something like that. That's what I would do. Let me throw it back to you guys. What do you think? Do you agree with my suggestion on lenses? Do you have something else to suggest? Let us know in the comments below. Let's help out Liga. Always great to hear from you guys. Get your feedback. Helps people make their decisions when they're trying to figure out what to buy. And as many of you know, a lot of times this can be confusing, and it's for a lot of people, it's a fair bit of money we're spending here, so it's a significant investment. So reassuring to hear from a few people. And always great to hear feedback from you guys. Thanks for your question, Liga. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.